Hi there. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about some easy readers that will be coming home for some of the students. Not all students are ready to start easy readers. We base this off of a lot of assessments, letters, sounds, ID, that kind of thing to see where students are. So your kids will be getting some books if they're ready to start reading, and I will make sure I let you know which students those are. Your child will bring home a easy reader bag that looks something like this, and inside it, depending on the day of the week, there will be 2 to 3 books inside of there, and that's based off of when I can get them exchanged through volunteers. So what I would like you to do is please have your child take out one book for the day. Go ahead and lay this in front of them and have them just explore it first. After they explore it, you might find out that they know some of the sight words that are in that. And then I want you to have them start at the front cover and touch and point to the words as they go. So I want you to make sure that if they're saying the word we, they have their finger under it. We talk about this as careful readers. Our next reading unit will talk about superpowers, and one of our powers is having pointer power as we read, and we do that up until level text D, when we then start to take it away again. You'll notice that kids will often just kind of guess at the words if they're not pointing to it, or sometimes they leave out a word. So it's really, really important that they point to the words. Students are to use the picture. That is called picture power. We want them to look at the pictures and use them to decide what words are down below. Again, they're going to point. If they come to a word they don't know, such as maybe library, we want to give them some strategies before we just say, okay, go ahead, you go ahead and just, that word is library. We want them to look at the beginning sound. We want them to go back and reread, see what would make sense, and use that picture power. Inside your bag, you are going to get some of the reading strategies that we are going to be using in superpowers. Have your child use these. One of the things that we will do is we'll put a paper clip there so the kids can slide them down and show what power they need to be using here. And that's a great strategy for you to be using at home, is just trying to have the kids touch them. One thing you might want to consider is before they even start the books, having them talk about all their powers and what are they and how do we use them before they start the book. And as they get stuck, what power can you use? What will help you with this? Have them reread the book, or have them read the book once they get stuck. Reread that sentence, fix it. We want them to read the book as many times as it takes for them to be fluent. Fluent means they can read it without mistakes. However, they are still pointing to the words. You may see that they are memorizing text, and that's okay for right now. But asking them questions like, can you find the word can in this book? And have them find it and touch it right there. Making sure they're pointing as they go. Really, really important. When they're done, ask them some questions about the book. I have put in here, in their little bag of books, I have put in a little sheet that tells you about how to do the easy readers, as well as some questions you may want to ask. Comprehension is super important as readers, especially right now. They're just getting used to reading. We want them to know that every time they read a book, they read it for meaning. A lot of times we can grow readers, but children don't grow in comprehension. So it's super important we ask them questions. Another thing you will find in the bag is sentence writing. This is not something you have to do by any means, but children that are reading above grade level, this is something that will continue to help them grow as spellers, as comprehension readers, as inferring, all those great skills that we need to grow as readers, not just growing them to be able to read high-level text. That's not what we're trying to aim for. If you write some sentences, have your child bring them in so that I can reward them for the wonderful things they are doing at home as well. I will send an email and let you know what days we are exchanging. I will also put that on the weekly sheet so you know. However, I would just keep your easy readers right inside your child's book bag. That way they're there when I need them to exchange. These are exchanged through volunteers. So if my volunteers aren't there that day, we might have a day that they don't get exchanged. So it's always great to go back and reread a book, reread books at home as well. So having them touch and point to words they may know in the books that that you're reading at night as well. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Thank you.